Hi, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be demonstrating how to paint tree branches and leaves. So first we need a tree trunk for that. So I'll take in some black, yellow ochre and burnt sienna. Mix them separately, mostly yellow ochre to lighten it up. And let's pick a spot over here and just kind of drop in, let's say right over there. Today I'm painting in acrylics, so I'm adding in some water so that the paint flows. And let's keep the height of that tree, let's see, or you could even call this a blocking in part of the tree trunk, and that's a bit too straight, so I have to make it a bit crooked. So look at that, just like that. It's that easy to manipulate it. Taking more of that color and just sort of do it like that. Don't want them to be symmetrical. Now I'll take my rigger brush and dip it in water and load it full of paint. The background is completely dry, so I can paint on that without any issues. I can even put my hand on that. Now let's drop in the branches. Look at that, bring it from the tree, and as they go towards the top, they fade off, they get thin. Just changing the angles, changing the directions. Just wiggle the brush. I'm barely touching the surface, applying very little pressure. Gonna add in more of black. Look at that, just like that. Making it a bit gradual. So now we'll go ahead and develop the branches. The overlapping branches will make your painting look very interesting and realistic. It's okay if they do not get any connections, like for example I have a branch over here. That's okay, that will be covered by the leaves. I'm just trying to develop the interior part of this and breaking them into different blocks. It's been high time since I've added water, and I don't feel the need to add water to my paint. Look at that, because it's flowing anyhow. And you can have as many or as few as you want, but it depends whether the tree is in the foreground, midground or the background. Maybe it's gonna come all the way up till there. I like that contrast. So now we need to develop the leaves on this tree. So I've introduced some green onto my palette and add in that same old color. I've dipped my brush in water just a bit, not much this time. Get that landscape green color, and let's come over here. Let's drop on some of that foliage. Before that, we need to just get that overall shape of the leaves. So let's do it like that. Okay, something about like that. And I usually paint the trees in rounded shape of leaves and leaving a lot of that gaps, showing the sky seen through the tree, and create a lot of that gaps. Okay, something about that. Okay, and now we can develop the actual shape of the tree now. Taking in some green, yellow ochre, touch of black, some water. And I've taken thick paint, considerably thick paint, along with some water. So what that's going to do is, that's going to enable me to stay over here for a longer time rather than to go back and dip the brush on my palette. And also I'll have thick paint and I'll not lose the saturation. So look at that. And another trick for this is just keep on changing the shades. You try different colors, like I'm mixing some yellow ochre, then try with some cadmium yellow, and then you may try lamelo. Just get that variations. And over here, let's place in some more of that. Just a bit, just a bit. And make sure that each leaf touches another over there, especially in areas of those. Gonna grab in some black and just gonna place it right over there. Look at that, a leaf over there and another one touching each other. And they grow towards the ground. And I'll pretty much do the same thing for the overall tree. And now let's go ahead and paint in the tree trunk, the highlights on the tree trunk. I'm grabbing some burnt sienna, mostly local, and white just to lighten it up. On the modified flat brush, I've mixed up this color. The light's coming across from the right in today's painting. Let's drop in the highlights. Do something like that and let's try to blend them. Giving the shape to that tree. Don't want to go too flat. Okay, something about like that. And now load in more of that same color and let's come over here and drop in the highlights. Maybe the light's filtering across right over there. Don't want it to be on every branch or on every twig, just here and there. Maybe a bit of filteredness over there. And we'll go back and blend that. Now I'll go into some black and burnt sienna. And we need to add in the shadows for this tree. Look at that, just add in some of the textures. The tree bark. Look at that, the tree looks like that. Now I've introduced some lamelo onto my palette. I'm going to mix in some white and whatever colors was left out previously on the brush, rigger brush. And let's come right over there. Let's drop in some individual highlighted leaves. And this time I've not added water. Just a bit over here and there. And we're going to highlight this one. You may ensure that the backdrop is completely dry. And after ensuring that, I've proceeded with the highlights. And let's come over here at the top. Just sort of place in the highlights. Acrylics try a shade dull or even more, so you should go with another coat of highlight. And I'm not trying to use too much of bright color over here. Look at that, just go over those branches and just sort of tapping it, leaving some of that underpainting intact. That's just like that. I've taken more of green. And let's come over here and just place in some more of that. That's going to build the depth. And when you're painting in water-based colors like watercolors or acrylics, the more water you're going to add, the more the color is going to get faded when they dry. Just sort of tap it and give it a flick. And now we need to add in some of the dark leaves which are in the shadows. I'm still using the rigger brush. Look at that, just like that. Just building the depth upon those previous painted strokes, that is the leaves. We skip some spots, but make sure that each leaf touches another. Don't have to follow the exact pattern, you may change it. Now I've added just a bit of lamelo to that very same pile of paint. And this also acts like a boundary and adds a contrast interest to the painting. When you come to the interior part, they get a bit less because they're moving towards the light. Load in thick paint and just glop on that. With the rigger brush, you can do a lot of things. The main thing what I'm looking as of now is the contrast and the depth. And this also helps in making the tree look dense. So just to put on those highlighted leaves so that everything fits together. The very tip of that brush, I'm just painting it. Turn the brush, use different colors, use different tones. Added just a bit of lamelo and that should make a difference. And wherever you find the branch or the root of that branch, just apply more of that dark color relatively. Just a bit over here and there, not much. They dry a bit dull, so should have a shade darker. If you're painting in oils, then that's okay. I've not added water as of now. Overlap them, that is a trick. Overlap the previous painted leaves to get that depth. Turn the brush in all angles in different directions. And now let's come over here and just drop in another coat of highlight on the tree trunk. Skip some spots. Maybe that's gonna get faded from the top. Look at that, it's that easy. Just sort of manipulating the brush, the shape of the brush. I'm using the manipulated flat brush and that's gonna help me. Then sort of blending the root into the grass. And I've taken in some black immediately. Let's go ahead and place in some more of that cracks on the tree trunk, which indicate barks. Now I've taken some limelo and sap green. Let's place in the actual highlighted leaves. Just overlapping on those. Using the rigger brush. And an overlapping stroke around the branches. Just a bit glopping on thick paint so that the value remains the same after drying. Maybe in and around that spot we'll have some more of that highlighted ones. Now I added a lot of white to that very same paint. Let's come over there and just drop in some shiny leaves. Pull them in different directions. Don't want it to be everywhere, just here and there, not much, just a bit. Go back to that yellow, go back to that previous color before adding white, that color. And just a bit over here too. And now I'll grab in a grayish green color. That's going to give you a lot of depth and make the painting look more professional and realistic. I've not added water. Connect the dots, connect the leaves. A bit of shiny leaves that pick up the light. Go back to that grayish green color and overlap on those dark leaves. That's the way you can get depth. Now I'll take in some white and lime yellow. Just place it in right over there. With this, I come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and thanks for watching.